If your body feels stiff and sore after jiu-jitsu training, then this yoga practice is for you. We're going to use long-held yin yoga postures to help relieve tension, improve mobility, and help your body recover, because let's face it, recovery is just as important as training. I've been a qualified yoga teacher and training jiu-jitsu since 2021, so I know what it feels like after a tough session. So let's begin. So just beginning in a laying down position, bringing the feet to the floor, and taking the back towards the floor and letting the head rest on the floor here. You can take the hands by the sides facing up to the sky, or you can bring one hand on the chest and one hand on the belly. And just taking a few big deep breaths here, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Trying to inhale for the count of 4 and exhale in for the count of 6 out the mouth. Inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. Take in one more like that. Inhale and exhale. And just taking this time to come back to the body. Jiu-jitsu can be quite stimulating sometimes. So this yin yoga practice is perfect for resetting the nervous system and releasing any tension from our body. And just checking in with the body here, noticing how you feel, if there's any specific areas of tension, or if you have any injuries, and just bringing awareness to any sensation in the body. And then slowly starting to come up towards the seated position and rolling on to the hands and knees. From here, we're going to inhale the right hand up towards the sky and then exhale, threading it through underneath, bringing the right shoulder to the floor. And you can either leave the left hand where it is or you can extend it forwards, just bringing the right ear to rest on the floor here. Taking some breaths here. You're more than welcome to introduce some pillows if you'd like to make it feel more comfortable. I'm going to stay here for a minute or so. Feeling the stretch on the back body here in the shoulders. We do a lot of pulling and pushing in jiu-jitsu. A lot of rounding of the shoulders. So just breathing in through the nose here and exhale through the mouth. Feel the body relax on the exhale. And then slowly just bringing that left hand back down towards the floor here. Pushing up through that left hand and inhale, right hand comes to the sky. Taking that right hand back down, inhale, left hand comes to the sky this time. Bringing that left hand underneath the right arm. Left shoulder comes to the floor this time. Keeping the right hand where it is, or you can extend it forwards here. Resting the left ear on the floor here. Taking some breaths. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Making sure you're in a comfortable position and allowing the body to relax. Feeling the body relax towards the floor on the exhale. These long held yin yoga postures are great for jiu-jitsu, bringing the nervous system back down to feeling calm. Taking a couple more breaths here. And then slowly starting to bring that hand back where it was, pushing it into the right hand. Lifting the left hand up towards the sky, inhale. And then exhale, taking it back down again. Coming into child's pose here, so taking the hips back towards the heels, the knees are coming out wide, and starting to extend the arms forwards, taking a stretch in the lats here. And relieve the lower back. Taking some breath, maybe resting the forehead on the floor here. Feeling the sensation of the shins on the floor, the hips on the heels, maybe some sensation in the legs, in the arms, in the back. Taking some deep breaths into the nose and exhaling out the mouth. Just taking some breaths like that for the next few moments. Child's pose can be quite a grounding posture. Just taking our head and our eyes towards the floor, taking our attention inwards, and allowing the body to completely relax here. And just checking back in with the body here. Notice if you felt any relaxed, any change in sensation in the body, in the mind. And slowly starting to come up towards an all fours position again. And you're more than welcome to place a pillow under the chest here if you want to make it more comfortable. Making sure the hips are over the knees, taking the elbows towards the floor, and you can stay here if this feels like enough for you. Or you can start to edge the elbows out in front of you, maybe taking your forehead towards the floor here. Again, the pillow underneath the chest here is a good way to soften the posture. So bringing the forehead to the floor here, allowing the chest to sink towards the floor. A lot of the movements that we do in jiu-jitsu can be round the upper back and shrug the shoulders forward. So using these chest opening exercises to open the chest back up here and relieve any tension in the front of the body. Sometimes this can be quite a difficult posture, but just come into a position that feels comfortable for you. Taking some breaths, inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And just before you leave this posture, just come in and checking back in with the body. Noticing if you feel like your chest has got closer to the floor. Your shoulders have relaxed, your body's relaxed. Take one more breath here. And exhale. Slowly making your way back to an all-fours position in your own time. From here, we're going to take the right foot and place it in between our hands here. Bringing our hands onto the floor, maybe coming onto our fingertips. You don't have to fully come forwards and really push the hips to the floor here. Just come to a point where you feel a sensation on the front of the left leg here. Taking some breaths and feeling that stretch on the left side this time. When we're using our guard positions or using our legs in Jiu-Jitsu, our hip flexors are working overtime. So allowing a release here on the hip flexors is going to help release that tension from the hips. Breathing in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Feel the body sink towards the floor here. Slowly starting to take the hips back here, placing the hands on the floor and stepping the right knee back, coming to an all-fours position again. And we're going to take the left foot in between the palms this time. And the same again, you don't need to push really forwards to feel the impact of this posture. We are just coming to the point where you feel a stretch on the front of the right hip this time. So taking some breaths here, relaxing the shoulders, maybe coming onto the fingertips. Taking an inhale and exhale, relax. Allow the hips to sink towards the floor. Not trying to push, not trying to force. Find a position where it feels comfortable but there's slight tension. Not where you want to come out of the posture or where your body's uncomfortable. And again, coming back to the breath. And then we're going to come and take a seated position. Taking that right leg out front at a right angle and taking the left leg back. With my bond socks, I promise I wouldn't buy any bonds, and look where we are. So both legs are at a right angle and you're trying to sit up here. So not only are you feeling a stretch on this back leg, but you're also going to feel a stretch on the front leg. If this is enough, you can stay here, or you can forward fold here if you want to increase the stretch on the outside of the front leg. Welcome to put a pillow across your leg here if you have one to make it more comfortable. Otherwise, stay where you are, coming onto the elbows here. Feeling the sensation in the outside of the leg here, or maybe even in the inside of the leg. Taking some breaths and allowing the body to rest. And slowly starting to come back up to a seated position. And then from here, we're just going to take the feet towards the floor here and just take the knees from side to side, just bringing some movement back to the legs and to the hips, trying to keep the hips straight, but just moving the knees from side to side. Taking some breaths. And then going on the opposite side, so we're taking the left leg forwards this time, taking the right leg back. Again, sitting up straight or staying here if you want. And then forward folding over that front left leg this time. Bringing a pillow underneath the chest. Again, taking some breaths. Allowing the body to sink towards the floor. Super beneficial to release that tension from the inside and the outside of the legs in Jiu-Jitsu. Use our legs to guard a lot, being able to get our feet in places so that nobody scores points on us. And not hurting your knee at the same time. Starting to come up to a seated position again, and just bringing the feet back to the floor, and just take the knees from side to side again, just taking some breaths, and just notice how the body feels, how the mind feels. And then from here, we're going to come into sleeping swan, or as commonly known, pigeon. So take a bend in the right leg and taking the left leg back here. Altering this leg, being careful of the knee in this posture. You might need to bring your knee in close, or maybe putting a pillow underneath the right glute here. I'm going to inhale and exhale, taking it forwards again, coming onto the elbows, or you're more than welcome to put a pillow underneath your chest here. Taking some breaths. Inhaling through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Again, feeling that stretch on the outside of the right leg this time. Feeling the hips opening in this posture. Maybe there's some sensation on the outside of the leg or the inside of the leg, or even the back leg as well, opening that hip flexor. And just notice any sensation in any particular area, and trying to use the breath here. Take a breath in. Think about where you're directing it to that sensation, and then exhale, relax. Feel the body relax. And slowly starting to come up to a seated position, just swinging that left leg round and starting to bend into that left leg. Bringing that left foot into the body and taking the right leg back here, coming onto the left side. Inhale, straighten the spine. And then exhale, forward fold here. Again, same again on this side. Taking an inhale through the nose. And exhaling through the mouth. Feeling the stretch on the front of the right leg, on the outside and the inside of the left leg. Using the pillow under the chest if you need to, under the left glute this time. Just get into a comfortable position where the body can completely relax. And you're using the breath to relax the body with each and every exhale. Slowly starting to come up to a seated position and just releasing that right leg forwards here. And then we're going to turn and just bring our belly all the way down to the floor here. Bringing the forearms on the floor and the elbows underneath the shoulders here. You can keep your feet together if you feel no pinching sensation on the lower back. But if you do, you can just bring your knees out a little bit wider. So we really want to push our forearms into the floor, but relax our shoulders back and away from our ears. Taking a deep breath in and exhale through the mouth. Feel the body relax. A lot of the work that we do in Jiu-Jitsu impacts our spine, so it's nice to, again, counteract those sort of hunched shoulders and tension in the spine to open our chest again and release any tension from the lower back as well. Just a light back bend here, feeling the sensation along the spine, taking some breaths. Just feeling the elbows prop the body up here, not creating any more tension in the shoulders, in the neck or the jaw. Relaxing the body with every exhale. Taking one last breath in this posture. And then slowly releasing the elbows and the hands and just coming back onto laying on our backs. You're more than welcome to take legs up the wall posture if you are against a wall, maybe after training, if you don't fancy doing this whole sequence and you're in the gym. Putting your legs up towards the ceiling helps the blood flow back to the legs and also helps regulate the nervous system and calm it down after you've been rolling. Maybe spending a couple of minutes here, like 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how much of a tough session you had. But for this posture, we're going to extend the left leg and bring the right leg and bring the right knee to the chest here. Taking that right knee over to the left side, maybe extending the right arm out long here. Looking up towards the ceiling or looking over towards that right hand here, depending on the tension in your neck and how healthy it is. Just being careful of the neck here. Again, taking some breaths and exhaling, feel the body relax. Really getting comfortable in this position, maybe using a pillow underneath the knee here. Just taking this time to focus on the breath and relax the body. Taking one more breath here in this posture. And slowly starting to bring that right knee back towards the chest. And just switching sides, starting to extend that right leg towards the floor. Left knee comes towards the chest this time. Extending the left arm out long and bringing that left knee over to the right side. Either looking up towards the ceiling or looking over towards that left side, being careful of the neck here. Maybe propping the pillow underneath the left leg. And again, just really come into a comfortable position here, one where you can completely relax the body. Noticing the sensations in the legs, in the hips, along the lower back, the upper back, the chest, along the arms maybe. Taking an inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth, relax. And then slowly starting to bring that left knee back towards the chest in your own time. And taking the right knee here to the chest, squeezing both knees into the chest and rocking from side to side, relaxing the muscles in the back. Taking some big deep breaths. And bringing the forehead towards the knees here, squeezing the knees and take a big inhale. And then exhale, legs go out long and palms face the sky, Shavasana. Just taking this time to take 3 big deep breaths here, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And allow the body to rest and relax for the next few moments. Taking one last breath here. And just bringing your attention back to the body, back to the sensation of the body on the floor, back to any noises around us. And then starting to take the hands above the head, bring the feet together, take a big inhale and a big stretch. And then exhale, bring the knees towards the chest and just rock onto either side. Come into a sideline position. And then slowly come into a seated position when you're ready. And just closing down the eyes or looking down towards the floor here. And just checking back in with the body, noticing how you feel, any sensations, any tension relieved. And taking a big inhale through the nose. Bringing the hands in a prayer position at your chest. And exhale, just bringing the hands to the forehead and just bowing down slightly. And thanking yourself for taking this time for practicing today. Taking this time for your mind and body. I hope you feel a lot less tension, a lot less stiff, a lot less stimulated. And let me know how you go, and I'll see you soon.